Peter Thiel is one of the richest men in the world. He helped build PayPal. He was Facebook's first investor. He built Palantir, the surveillance company that works with the CIA. He was one of Trump's biggest supporters. And this morning, the New York Times reported he just moved his family out of America. The reason he gave should make everyone pay attention. Thiel isn't a celebrity moving abroad for tax reasons. He's one of the most politically connected and strategically minded people in Silicon Valley. So when someone with his level of access to government intelligence, to financial markets, to the inner workings of American political power, physically relocates his family, the question isn't just where he's going, it's why and what does he see coming. Over the past 2 months, Thiel purchased a mansion in one of Buenos Aires' most exclusive neighborhoods, met privately with Argentina's President Javier Milei and his ministers, enrolled his children in local schools, and hosted a dinner with Argentine economists where he discussed, according to officials present, the Antichrist, one of his favorite conversation topics. The New York Times reports the move is partly driven by concerns about the United States' future. Thiel's move to Argentina isn't a surprise if you've followed what he actually believes about America. Its president, Javier Milei, is a radical libertarian economist who has been dismantling the Argentine state at a pace that's honestly shocked the world, cutting government ministries, slashing public spending, and attempting to dollarize the economy overnight. For Thiel, Argentina is a live experiment in his own political philosophy playing out in real time. Speaking of real time, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Some Argentine media outlets are already reporting the visit could be a prelude to a major deal between Palantir and the Argentine government. Critics aren't taking it quietly. One Argentine engineer warned this represents what he called overwhelming digital colonization, Argentina's data, its citizens' lives, and their rights handed to an American black box. Inside Argentina, the reaction has split entirely along political lines. Milei supporters see Thiel's arrival as proof their president is successfully turning Argentina into a destination for serious global capital. Critics see it as the country being sold to unbridled capitalism by someone with surveillance infrastructure and CIA connections. Here's why this story is bigger to some than one billionaire moving his residence. Thiel doesn't make moves like this without a thesis. He's not fleeing taxes, he's not chasing beaches, he's making a considered long-term bet that Argentina under Milei represents something the United States no longer does. And he's backing that bet with his family, his money, and potentially his businesses. In 2009, Thiel wrote an essay for the Cato Institute titled The Education of a Libertarian. In it, he argued that the great task facing the world was, in his words, to find an escape from politics in all its forms. He wrote that he no longer believed freedom and democracy were compatible. He said publicly that when technology is unregulated, and I'm quoting directly here, you can change the world without getting approval from other people. At its best, it's not subject to democratic control and not subject to the majority, which I think is often hostile to change. This is the worldview of a man who has spent 30 years building surveillance infrastructure, funding political candidates, and accumulating influence inside a system he openly believes is broken beyond repair. The move to Argentina isn't a retreat. By Thiel's own logic, it's consistent. Find the place on Earth where the experiment he's been advocating for is actually happening and put down roots there. What that means for America is a legitimate question. Palantir already holds hundreds of millions of dollars in federal contracts across the Department of Health and Human Services and Homeland Security. The company doesn't leave when its founder moves. If anything, a Thiel operating outside US regulatory and political constraints while Palantir's government contracts continue to expand, has a more complex picture than simply one billionaire changing his address. The full New York Times story is linked in the description. It's extraordinary reporting and worth reading in full, as well as some related articles and interviews with Thiel. If this was useful, like and subscribe. New videos when the news demands it.